the business community and the world at large really needs to look at the trajectory that we're on, China-U.S. relationship, as a paradigm shift. This is not a trade war. This is not a pre-election series of stunts, which we've seen with these executive orders on TikTok and WeChat, and of course the sanctions against Carrie Lam and others. This is a paradigm shift, and we're shifting to a sort of a neo-mercantilist kind of world when it comes to U.S. China and competition in various areas. And that is spilling over and is going to continue to spill over into the business world.
And I know you've done a lot of looking into what this means for the tech sector. And interesting that these moves that came out of the U.S. with executive orders from President Trump targeting TikTok, targeting WeChat, China has threatened in so many ways to retaliate, but there are a lot of questions as to what they would do given the asymmetry, if you will, of U.S. tech companies in China. And I wonder, I mean, for those that are there, they would be hesitant, you would think, to go after something like Apple, because to an extent, isn't Apple very integrated in terms of the supply chain and what it means for jobs at stake in the country?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't think there's a lot of thought that's been given to the immediate collateral damage and even the mid to long-term effects of some of these actions. And you mentioned Apple. That's absolutely. I mean, Apple has WeChat on its desktop, basically, right? And Weixin is the sister app. So if those are absolutely banned, as we see from these executive orders, well, then that's a major service that Apple is not going to be able to offer its customers. It's sort of a reverse of what we saw with Huawei and the Android operating system, where you have this collateral damage. But this is the reality that we're in, and things are not going to magically get better. These issues around decoupling, not just around hard technology now, but now around issues of data and digital platforms, are going to continue.
The thing is, Alex, though, I mean, because they seem to be longer term issues, as you say, not going away, that's one reason investors will push them to the side for now. And there seems to be this thought that as long as the trade deal stays intact, then everything's okay. Do you think there's a bit of too much complacency on that front, though?
Absolutely. The markets have not been baking in the mid to long-term effects of this whole sort of neo-mercantilist slant that we're taking. And I think, as you pointed out earlier, when we start talking about naming Communist Party officials and public officials increasingly on sanction lists, this is reflecting the ideological divide that really is emerging, and it's intertwined with the whole technology landscape, right? So anything to do with data privacy, anything to do with censorship, surveillance, etc. These things now are emerging as contentious issues in terms of selling and buying relationships, in terms of supply chains and so forth. So that's just not going to go away.